Sure they're woken up by now.
Yeah, they're definitely watching
the hotel
this.
rooms,
Yeah, for sure.
Or maybe the green room here. But yeah, Complexity, a golden opportunity for NA's brightest young prospects to finally win a series, finally win a game.
Yeah, and for Order, I just want to see more server time today. I'm sure a lot of the Australians is prime time for them to get watching this one. And you know, you're looking at Order as a team who didn't get the best of starts yesterday in a best of one versus Furia, and not the best of starts here. Team kill already for Vexai on Ajira. Junior trading that one back and actually following up on it as well. So 2 picks in for Complexity from Junior's gun, 1 from Vexai, who now goes -1 on the kill feed. And this is a shutdown for Complexity at the beginning of play.
Yeah, not the sort of start they were looking for. Ardus pointed out as well. Very, very correctly clinical.
And Junior looked so good yesterday.
That particular memory from the minds. Nuke was never going to be easy. Dust 2, you know, it's a map where we've seen upsets take place, and it is their map pick coming in against the Complexity, who are, of course, very dangerous, but again, very, very new. Opening pick, though, is going to go the way of ECOL. He's got an AK-47, no AWP yet for the AWPer for this team. And one player I have my eyes on, Dinkyo, Vexai. And there you have it. He finds Floppy.
Yeah, Junior really trying to get that boost up. But look at this position from Grim. He's flanked around the backside. He's actually seen them leave mid and go into the lower tunnel. So we can call for this rotation back from his teammates who can get to B quickly. And Echo still able to react. Grim goes down. And then you got to look at the remaining players here for Complexity to rotate it back into the site. Junior's only good for 1 and JT down. Great play here from Order. They deal with the proactive. Show us all of the hard work they've been doing down under for all these months and show us a little bit of something here on the international stage. It's never a good feeling when you're an Oceanic team and you come into an event like this and you just get bodied. You want to show what you're made of. You want to show that you have got what it takes, but it's hard to deal with that. Junior boosted up into the short peak. Jiro down early, and Eagle actually took a lot of damage. He's down to 1 HP right now. JT ulting. Let's go.
The double up setup coming out very, very early indeed for Complexity. Can it still be called the Juggernaut, or do they have a different name?
No. There was no. Oh, fine. Nearly gets caught in a bad position. Actually able to drop back. Smoke comes into the CT cross as he hides in behind it. 1x bet odds at the top of your screen, certainly favoring Complexity heavily into this one, and you can see why. Fine. Straight through the smoke. Grim on the follow-up, and it is just getting shut down here for Order. Disjointed, it feels like, Blood. They're not really together here. There's no options for the trade. Now Estillo has to blow up a 1 versus 5, and yeah, this one isn't too likely, but he's already found 2. Has to barrel back into the B site. And actually give him a couple of chances there for 1v1s, but Complexity dealing with some of this long aggression, but looks like Order just playing the default for now, but the bomb is positioned outside of long.
Eco coming out on top. That's an important kill to find the IGL. JT taken down.
Oh, Grim.
Oh, Grim. Just going for the information play, right? He loses his captain. He's like, I need to find something.
Yeah.
And perfect positioning coming in there.
Yeah, I think they've noticed where the 2 main aggression points are right now for Complexity. It's short and it's long. Junior has a chance to pull this back. Eco actually takes down Junior. And his position better. Junior just transitioning his spot over. Complexity down to 2 players in this 2v5, and Order still have 50 seconds left. They're about to hit this B site, and Floppy is not playing from inside of the site. They smoke off the door, which they should, and they have. Floppy can't really do too much about this. And this site is difficult to retake, even when you have a man advantage sometimes on that B site. So certainly in this situation, it's about grabbing that AK and AWP, Complexity into the safe call, and Order up to 2.
It's the right call from Complexity here. With it saved AWP and the rifle, they can indeed go for a buy come round number 6. Eco looking for more. Fantastic job. It was a double op setup, right? He takes on both JT, then he finds
straight up catwalk. He's pushed all the way outside of long, and this is a lot of information. The fact that he isn't seeing anybody is enough to pass that on. That you can lean extra players B, and look at what Complexity you're doing right now.
This is huge. This is so much information being gleaned just by Fang pushing up top mid. And even if they do want to rotate back towards the A bomb side, Fang's just going to be ready and waiting. And right now, nice attempt from Junior to try and land it. If he landed that, I might have just lost my voice. But here they come charging in towards the B bomb side, Denko. And they're going to find 2 players holding the line. Fang, Floppy, JT. 3 kills. Floppy will eventually fall. Eco having to do everything by his lonesome. A valiant attempt from him. 3K. But in the end, it was not to be.
Kind of stifle that early round aggression. And Eco gets away with the opening.
He's been pretty fantastic thus far, despite it being very early in this map in winning these opening duels. And looking for the second, though. No flashbang assist from his teammates, and Junior is going to have no trouble lining that one up. JT with a secondary op still in play. Flash is going to pop. Brilliant flashback from Jira, but Fang replies back. He's going for the full commit on the spray.
Yeah.
It's somehow able to recover. The recall control in the AK-47, 2 headshots, and despite having the early man advantage now, it is going to be Complexity, 1 man up in the 3v2.
Akel is getting him a lot of fragging output in these opening rounds. Your lack of support there for the second pick maybe costing him near Valiant's looking to clear out fine. He does stick around in his position, but Grim pulls that kill back. Valiant goes down through the mid-door spray, and now Jiro starting to work his way back over towards his B side. He's into the clutch, the 1 versus 2. Certainly a chance with him in the AWP, especially if he catches one down in towards spawn. He's going to give away his position with that flash as he now uses it to cross over safely. Backing into the tunnel side for the post plant is going to be tough here. He doesn't have the utility to cross over. You'll have to try and just jump across this box. Actually might get a chance for a kill here, Black. If he turns it into a 1v1, Jira is on for the clutch. Can't find the option, and now has to look back to the tunnels because he's paranoid. He could be pushed from 2 fronts, but they've doubled up on Complexity. They go in with a flash. Jira, AWP is good, but the spacing is better from Complexity.
Unlikely just with the pistols, but even if they're able to take 3 guns away, which they seemingly seem to do every single time, again, it's just Complexity are not safe yet. Like this, though, double aggression towards lower tunnels, but the Tech-9 coming out on top. JT able to find 2, looking for the 3rd, but Vexite will finally find him. That's 2 rifles to retrieve, but Grimathy coming in from behind, assassinating Eagle, and they know exactly where the final 2 members are for the side of Order.
They got them locked in right now in this tunnel, so Grim, I love how he's just being so decisive when he gets the information that numbers are towards B, right? He's just immediately pushing long, getting that flank. Order need to be aware of that. Every time they stack numbers in towards B, there's so many information plays coming in from Complexity in the early round that if that info is picked up early, they've got to be aware that Grim is flanking long. He's just going to do that pretty much every time. We're going to a minute here, and Order have actually escaped the tunnels, but where did they go with this? Have a chance to go back A. Still got time for it, Blair.
I did kind of think, you know, Complexity knew both the place were towards lower tunnels, but I guess they only saw the one, which was a Vexite, so they have no eyes on where Valiance was, which is why Grim didn't push towards T-spawn and just cut off the rotation, right? So now he's going to be playing towards A, and slowly but surely Floppy is going to be poking and prodding for a little bit of information as well. Vexite going to be leading the charge. He's got those 2 A1s picked up from JT and Fang are going to be instrumental here. They have Kevlar. No head armor, couple of smokes for the cross, 1 flashbang to try and neutralize the player who might be holding towards Cat. Grim, though, he just might rotate at the worst time possible, but the smoke is now a giveaway. Flashbang is going to pop early on, and Grim just spamming away through the smoke. They're going to cross on over. They might actually get the bomb done. Valiant's holding the line, finds Grim, and it's a 2v2.
Oh, Grim ran out looking the wrong way. Ends up just not seeing his opponent, and just in the nick of time, they get that bomb down. Floppy trying to get back in, but he goes down to Valiance, and suddenly it's all on Junior. He has no kit, no utility, and an AWP to try and retake this site. He starts coming out towards long. First pick is easy, and that kid is down in front of him. He still has time to make this clutch happen as he goes to the USP and switches it to the M4A1S. He has to reload, and Vexite has the angle, and Junior kept running with the reload, gets caught. Vexite gets the round down.
Very, very comfortable on, with the caveat being that most of the teams have played have been, you know, from down under. For those of you who don't know the OC scene that well, you know, they can be called the 2nd or 3rd best team. I think it's a tie between them and LFO looking for Org. And of course, the best team right now is obviously Renegades.
Yeah, a lot of these players familiar with the OC scene and Complexity as well.
True.
30 seconds left. Here come Order through the mid doors. Grim at the ready. P250 goes for 1 AK out as well. Floppy helped him out. And he's still actually alive right now. He'll drop back in again. Junior scope. Oh, he's hit shots. Elsewhere, JT with a kill. Not like this Order. Not against these weapons. Floppy gets cleared out by Eco. And now JT in the site. He spotted the head coming through the window. Jumping up on top. He's hit the shot. And now they're low for Junior. Oh, no! He missed the shot. And what is going on in this round? Like a completely different teams to what we've seen in ESL Challenger so far. You know, they're willing to take fights. They're willing to push, which is something they didn't do a whole lot of yesterday against Furia. And this is starting to really warm up into an exciting game for Order. Fine goes down in his attempted aggression through short. Vexite just ready for that. You know, they're so aware of Complexity's aggression, but finally that refrag from Grim comes through. That long push, he's died to it a couple of times, but it's worked out this time for the trade.
JT trying to triangulate the source of those shots coming out from mid. Not quite able to land a wall bang. Grim again, the forward positioning. This time, though, he doesn't push any further. And he's in a very good spot here. They don't flash him off the angle. No! He just runs and Eagle waiting patiently. And he has not been missing too many shots, though. But Junior surely is. But a flick this time will land. Looking for more is Junior. Goes to the re-peek, but the flashbang is going to blind him. And Jira able to get the trade now with a 2v3 to Stillo coming in, sneaking into the B bomb site. And once he gets control of this, they can fall back, but they don't have much time. 35 seconds. They can still go for the commit. And Stillo is trying to gather information. He knows where both the CTs are, and he's going to probably ask him to fall all the way back towards B while he pushes down further towards CT spawn. This is a brilliant play coming from Stillo. They have no idea.
Yeah, and the op's not going to clear this angle effectively, right? It's just going to be easy for Stillo to take him down. And now his position given away, but he's already done enough damage to seal the deal here. Floppy will tap him away, gets Stillo out from in front of the truck. Floppy trying to catch the bomb as it crosses over to the site, but Vexite with a little bit of time looking to get it down. Floppy, oh, nearly had a chance in the 1v1. But Vexite
really delivered here, looking fantastic. Everyone actually doing the job. I think this means a really cool calling coming from Stillo as well, but we'll talk about it a little bit later. Right now for Complexity, despite a pretty hot start to the series, to the map, it has definitely cooled down quite a bit. Eckel, top fragging in the server, spots one out. He hears the footsteps. He knows a multitude of these T's all the way towards mid and is looking to at least find one duel being given to him. Junior's got a lot of utility. He doesn't really want to commit to this fight, but it is going to be a 5-man hit coming in towards the A bomb set from Cat. And the first contact they're going to be making is with Stillo.
Stillo under pressure first. Can he find this opening headshot? They start to push in towards him. Flash is good to get him off the angle. Follow-up is also solid. Stillo just completely blinded this entire round. He runs back in towards long. Complexity with utility. Find their way on towards the site, confirming at least a bomb plant, but Floppy's found the first kill of the round. Junior holding off the flank as well. He's got this backsided play. Valiant's running right into his block. Oh, Junior, that was so free.
No.
Oh, no. Suddenly back into the 4v4. Fine, playing towards short. Valiant, he's tucked in the corner. Oh, what a shot from Grim onto the right side, and Fine gets aggressive alongside of him. Still 2 players up for order.
No
They're
kit.
on towards the site. No kit, but they tapped him into the fight. They tap all 3, and Jira is only good for 1. It's not enough. Complexity will take the pistol in the second half.
Never gonna see that.
For a reason, Blah. For an
Shut up! Shut your face! I like my MP5,
yeah,
alright?
it's put in the game for the boomer. It's just like a classic knife, isn't it?
Yeah, fair. Floppy is definitely not a boomer, though. He is just popping them CTs towards longest Stillo out in the open. He gets yet another tag, but he won't be able to survive.
Let's go, Grim. Let's get a kill with it.
Oh no.
MP5. Vexite brings him down. This is winnable, Blah. 1 versus 2, one of them's low. Vexite's been a beast so far.
It's a gap.
Oh no. Vexite playing from CT spawn. At least it looks like this plant is going to go down for long. Junior is in that post plant position already. JT's going to set it up for the long post plant. He can then just play safe inside of the site. Vexite is still only got the deagle right now. He wants to slip his way through the smoke. Junior isn't watching this, so Vexite can actually get close towards the site. And JT could be eliminated from play. Suddenly you can figure out the bomb is planted for long, and maybe you got a shot, but with those whiff shots, now Junior should come in from the flank, and he will take down Vexite.
Long fight taking place, however. Jara trapped inside of the pit. Molotov will be extinguished, and there's a bit of a gap there in the smoke, so Grimathy holding the angle. Eckel needs to be careful. The peek comes in, and Grim will find what has been the danger man, the problem guy for the side of Complexity thus far.
Oh, Jara gets caught. Grim just swinging right in towards him. Floppy on the follow-up as well towards long. And this smoke can go down in towards CT. Junior gets caught by Vexite as well. So, yeah, Complexity in a pretty good position with the numbers, but a couple of players are low. Grim and JT have taken significant damage to that Itchy. That's going to soar in. That's surely going to eliminate JT from play. If it goes far enough, it won't.
Ooh.
It will not go deep enough, but that one will, and Fang is now down. So Grim and JT, 2 extremely low players. Floppy is the player you have to keep eyes on towards long, though, and I think the Order's starting to realize they're not really close enough to warrant a retake attempt together, and then Floppy actually goes to the aggressive peak, catches out the 1 player needed, and Valiant's off to the safe call with that AK. So Complexity take the lead. First gun round, relatively clean. They do take damage, but for the most part, solid round from Complexity. They now take double figures.
I like the aerial bombardment coming from Vexite there. Huge damage with the HEs. Obviously, a result from the nade changes.
For order, Complexity going
Info.
for a quick short take. This is very fast indeed.
They're wasting no time, but Jara is going to clothesline JT and Fang. Okay. You got to remember, Eccles coming in from behind as well, and now we have 4 CTs lying in wait. Jara looking for more. The boost comes in, but Grim and Junior replies back, and Junior now is no-scoping everyone amongst the smoke. Eccles from behind. They're all low at AK-47.
For Eccles as well, if you go down to that, it's ridiculous.
Limping along on 19 points of health, but he's got Vexite to cover, and Vexite needs to be careful here. Fang is going to be looking for the trade. He finds one, his escape route cut off by the Incendiary. That's going to allow Jara to go for that 1v1 duel, which he will come out on top of. A 4v3, man advantage for Order. However, they do have to deal with the fact that Ekel is bleeding, but he has the AWP.
Yeah, that's the problem. In this position, so many AWPers should be good for one. They have to get him off the angle with a flash, and it's good. The last flash thrown in forces his position back, but they don't have the follow-up, and so now he can just shoot them as they run down to the site. JT removed from play, but Grim tucks his head down, takes down Echo, and now we're looking to the 3 versus 2 order with the advantage, but not for long. Grim somehow finds a double and pulls it back into the equilibrium. 2 versus 2 as Justillo starts to come out towards Long, has spotted the head of the AWPer and takes down Junior. It's all on Grim. 2 kills, he needs to double and can't do it. Valiant holds for the CT drop, and it is not going to be a Complexity 13th. It's Order who reached double figures.
Justillo, he is not isolated. He's got 4 of his teammates, rather 3 of them waiting, but Floppy somehow finding a kill on the Valiant. Vexa replies back, and this is absolute pandemonium. Justillo is going to come out on top and going to chomp down on the 2 members of Complexity Outlong. But JT is going to find both of them, and now the 1v2. Absolute chaos, Dinko. And Ekel once again having to deliver with his trusty AWP. But Grim finds him. What was that round?
JT in the Oceanic region.
Yeah.
Even yesterday, you could see little glimpses, even though he didn't do a whole lot versus for you. You can see glimpses of it. But here we are. Vexite in the lower tunnels with some aggression. Traded out 1 for 1. Grim goes down early, but reply is there. Jara looking to actually push forward with Eccles. They look to try and go for some sort of boost, but Eccles decided he wants to actually be a little bit more proactive, taking matters into his own hands. But you have to be aware. You can't go too far around that corner. Junior's actually trying to encroach here alongside JT.
Bit of noise being made, but I don't think JT was close enough to hear. Footstep. Oh, the timing could not have been worse. And that's also the worst angle with an AWP.
Yeah.
And Ekel, unfortunately, this time he will fall. And JT, he is just a headhunter, Dinko.
He really is. He's being crisp in this second half, but here comes Complexity with the numbers spacing off. JT was alone. Junior trying to trade it. Still on the timing. Could it be worse? Decides to pull out a secondary. Junior coming in with a double kill and flying out towards Long. It's just a support network that Complexity need. It is all on Valiance to the save call and Complexity to map point.
I gotta say though, like, compared to the latter rounds in the first half, Complexity on this T side, they've looked fantastic. Slowly making his way up towards Cat. 4 players now lying in wait as the hit will be coming in for Complexity. The smokes are going to be blooming, the flashes are going to pop, and the hit is going to be coming in for what could potentially be the final round of this map.
The numbers are here for Order. Jira has found the first of the rounds. Is still on the follow-up, getting traded out by Floppy. At least it is still the advantage with Order into the final minute on this clock. Complexity yet to get onto the site, but Ekel, that was his chance. But luckily, Vexite takes Floppy out of play. It's down to Junior and Fine, and in one foul swoop, they're out of the round.
Complexity taking the series, hitting round number 16. Junior is gonna find Ekel. I like the little attempt at the bait coming in from Vexite, but unfortunately Junior won't be falling for it.
And it's tough here for Order. Now you're down a player. It has to be a perfect 4v5 conversion just to get 12 rounds. It's another kill, this time for Jira, so back into that 4v4. They have converted it back to even numbers again, Blah.
Crucial kill to find, especially on Grim, who's just been looking absolutely
gap on the right side. Shadow advantage. Jira's got the kill, no problem. Fine goes down. Suddenly, from a man advantage to Complexity at the beginning of the round, to Order being ahead in the player count.
JD's still alive. JT's
alive, yeah, the impact player, the absolute DM god himself.
Great flash.
Jiro gets flashed in, but Junior dodges it. Easy kill for him as the numbers once again at an equilibrium. Complexity do not want to barrel around that short corner. They want to group up, they want to congregate back into middle, and maybe a B conversion could happen here.
The flank though, JT has been fantastic. Some of these aggro lurks coming out. Floppy is making a lot of noise alongside Junior towards mid, and these sounds are being heard here by Vex side. There's no one on the B bomb side. Valiant and Vex are setting up crossfire. He can just walk out towards B and get a free kill.
Yeah, and JT's throwing that deep contact smoke, so he can actually just clear as much of the site as possible. Valiant brings himself back into the site. He's going to transition his position to Car. This should be the next position, the Complexity check, and it will be JT with the entry headshot. Advantage with Complexity in the final 30 seconds, and Junior's in a position to cut off rotation, so the support network back to B is going to be difficult for the cross of Vexite and Justillo. They're throwing utility down, but Junior on the flick up, and the follow-up for Junior is good. It is close. Complexity take Dust 2, and that is the map pick of Order going the other way. Complexity's lost streak on maps finally comes to an end.
At least waking up the individuals in the form of Junior and JT being very instrumental as well. For Order though, it's a map which, I mean, they can play it, just they haven't played it too much. And again, their opposition isn't great. Unfortunately for them, Complexity, JT in particular, loves this map.
Complexity, one of the only maps they have been able to pick up so far against Gambit a few weeks ago, so certainly Complexity feel comfortable on this affair. Vexite boosted up in towards middle, 3-man stack in fact from Order in this spot, so Molly coming in towards mid, Jarrett under pressure first, but it's Grim that's found the first headshot. Finally a kill comes through. It's actually Grim who gets caught through the smoke, and Complexity have decided to back away from this and look towards the A site instead, and Justillo, he's going to be under a lot of pressure, and he's pushed up immediately down to 5. His teammates have rotated over to try and help him out and put numbers on the site, but Complexity putting the bomb down already. Valiance, is he going to get caught by JT? The Glock is waiting for him on the walk back from the ramp, and it's a headshot for JT that eliminates Valiance from play. Complexity up, a player defuse starting to come through with being stuck the whole time, and Fine comes in for the kill. Jira goes down. That was damn close.
When he was playing for Vox Seminar back in the day, he made a mistake for their few international experiences they had, just trying to go for the win come what may, instead of using it as more of a learning experience. So we have 3 of the best Aussie teams right now outside, but I'll get back to it later on, because they're making these pistols work. It's still an Ekel. 2 quick kills, you're still down at 3 points of health, bomb dropped as well, and things looking a little dicey for Complexity.
This is not the start Complexity would have liked. Order in a pretty good position, holding down in towards short is Vexite, who had a very good game on Dust 2. We've seen glimpses of what he's capable of. You don't want to go in towards that short area, that close quarters of his Deagle, poised and ready to take you down. Complexity have a minute to play with, and it's about to be some re-aggression coming in from this top ramp.
Junior
swinging from the sandpipes. He needs to get some kills here, and he has picked up 1 and a second on the recovery of the spray. And Justillo and Valiance left in a 2 versus 2. This is still a winnable round. It is a little more unlikely now that Complexity have thinned the herd, but here comes Valiance over to help them out.
Second Molotov going to be deployed, and that's going to isolate Justillo right now.
He can get one here. Oh, he's in a good position. Floppy, oh, that's the chance. Justillo still alive. Floppy's so low. If he just lands 1 shot, he's down, and suddenly the bomb's down. Floppy's on 6 HP. 1 versus 2 to try and save Complexity for the second round. Not to go down to this 4 spot. Floppy taps the bomb and goes down. Turns out you can stop the flop. 1-1 as they tie up the scoreline. T side, it's their first gun round. Order, pretty good start from them. No AWP on their side yet spotted. Echo in particular had that great performance, so I'm sure everybody is looking forward to seeing more of him, especially if it is his last map. But speaking of, he is down early. Fine removes him from play.
Just biting down his jugular. Echo. Unfortunately, an early casualty here. Still, 4 very capable members still alive. Valiance has been off to a pretty solid start here, albeit many of those kills were some Eco Cobra kills coming out from the man. But hey, if that's what he needs to get a little bit of extra confidence, so be it, right? Valiant's going to be holding towards mid, and that is going to be a good position for him to be in, an imperative position, because they're looking to go for this pincer. Grim coming in slightly late, while the remaining members of his team, well, 3 of them are just posturing right outside of B bombs. At timing is everything. Valiance could be caught out in the open, but he finds 1. The second won't be found. Junior with the trade.
And now Complexity move forward into the site with the advantage siding with them. For Order, do they come bounding back into the retake? They're trying to get in good positions to do so. They know they're fighting an uphill battle because they are a player down already. Junior's even wrapping around the backside. His flank could work out perfectly here, Blood, if he makes the right choice. If he gets the right timing, Junior could win this round and end it right now. Vasilla walks right into him. The numbers being cut down. Junior swipes away their legs, and that is the retake called off. No chance now for Order. It's 2 rounds to Complexity. A convincing T-side gun round coming out of Complexity early on Vertigo.
Worrying signs if you're Order here. Now, fortunately for them, as we alluded to a couple of times.
That's a Harry-style wallbang right there.
Good old Harry. Backside. Just incendiary early on. Ooh, a bit brave from Fang there. The amount of work Fang does, he just creates space for his team. I think it goes unnoticed so many times. Everyone just looks at the stats like, ah, cut this guy. No, he does so much work for his team.
Yeah, he really creates that space to set up the rest of his team. And you look at this team, and so many of them can frag out. Like, even JT was doing that in the last map, and he's not particularly known for his mechanical ability. So Complexity have a deep team of skill. Order going toe-to-toe with them throughout the first 2 maps. We'll see if that continues here on Vertigo. Complexity set up with numbers at A. So Utility trying to discourage and delay this inevitable attack from Complexity in towards this A side. Vexite going to be mollied out of position, but it's still the swings first. Vexite actually able to pick up that first kill, and Equal going for aggression up into the short window, and he's actually found himself a chance. Fine goes down, JT follows, and it's just falling apart here for Complexity.
Brilliantly played by Order. Just a trifecta of doom descending on all the members creeping on up. And Junior, yeah, they know exactly where he is. They needed Grim to sneak on in, but they didn't budge. Order, that 3 players here, they didn't need to move anywhere. Ekel as well. I like how he's holding a more passive angle, but when he realizes teammates are getting 100%, like, get the contract, just mail it to him right now. Sign this man up. He's been fantastic. I mean, nothing against the player who replaced Ricky, a veteran in the scene, but clearly Ekel right now, when it just comes pound just for the opping prowess, he seems to be the better pick.
Yeah, you know, Ricky actually used to play for Complexity back in the day. So.
Oh, wow. Yes. Yeah. Yes. That's a long time ago.
I remember my favorite moment, Ricky moment in Complexity is when his coach had to like point out because he couldn't see.
Oh, why did I have to bring that one up? That's Fang. He's going to open it up. He's going to find the lobster. JT. Oh, this is an aggressive flank from JT, and is just opening it up single-handedly, cutting off the rotation as well. And if I'm Ekel and Valiant, just go for the save. Go for exits. I'm not even sure why Ekel's pushing this far ahead. You have money, but it's not worth it.
Well, he's sticking around. Eventually, just the timing gets him away from that position. So has to draw back into a CT spawn. Complexity, a much more convincing round play. And JT, again, finding those little windows of opportunity, finding that space when needed. Has great vision on
the buy to come on out. For Complexity, though, 6-4 already. T-side of Vertigo. They're going to be feeling decently comfortable. Ekel looking for the contact play, but a great flashbang is going to force him back to a more passive position.
Yeah, Grim is really chomping at the bit to try and get some mid-action here. He's actually going to charge forward. Good flash from JT. Allows Grim to get that first. Nearly snaps down to the AWPer, but Grim is playing with some force right now. It pushes over the top of Construction. Decides to divert the attention away from the AWPer and decides to drop back again. CT smoke comes up. That's pulled Ekel away from this position. He's aware that they could be trying to get in towards Elevator. Throws down the Incendiary to try and help out Justillo. He will drop back and play him from this side. That tick damage alerts Grim to his position, but is still able to get forward. Brings down Grim. JT caught in the crossfire as well. And suddenly a flurry of kills for Order puts it all onto Floppy and Junior, who are coming in from one side of the attack. They're coming up through ramp. They're trying to get to the site. Ooh. Junior pulling that flick down. Floppy on the lineup for 2, and suddenly a 1v1. Junior versus Valiance. Valiance is high on HP and decides to take a deep breath to relocate his position back towards the CT wall. Moving out, repositioning quickly. Is Junior ready for such a quick reposition? AWP to clear these close corners. If he commits to the plant as well, it is going to be a close quarter fight. Valiant climbs on top of the boxes and peer down into the site. Junior goes to the shot and knows that he's up against a rifle, and Valiant will bring him down. The elevated position. Junior not with the weapon for the job, and that will be Valiant's to close out a 7th round for Order. Vertigo off of them. Not an easy team. One of the best Vertigo teams they've got in the world in Gambit. It was an overtime effect. They managed to get 6 rounds to the T side. Done that already. We'll see if they get a little bit more. Jira getting aggressive down in below. MP9 looking to spray away. Just one for him. I like the approach here from Order. You know you haven't got a whole lot going for you, so you just try and swing what you can at Complexity. Fine nearly takes down Ekel. will eventually do so. And now it's Valiant into the 1v4. Headshot is good on the first, looking for the second. Won't be able to do it. Good half from him. Order will lead the way going into the second, but Complexity pull it back to 7. Join us after the break to see how this one concludes.
Region, but right now Complexity 7 rounds, you're like, oh, that's doable, but now it's on the CT side where they thrive, and Fang, he's been fantastic despite playing some of the rougher, harder roles for his team on the T side, and he's making a lot of noise here towards Ram. This is cheeky. The double stack towards Sandbags, will they expect to? That's the question.
Surely you don't check it for 2 players. They're trying to bait one out at least. At this point, one has to swing. Who's it going to be? Junior looking like the player that's going to be swinging out first. Actually looking the wrong way. Junior able to peek out for one, and his teammate arrives as well. Grim able to double up alongside Junior, putting Eco and Vexai into the 2 versus 4. Vexai starts to rattle back into play with his teammate alongside of him. They have a minute left. They can leave A, and they can go back to this B site, but even then, a 2 versus 4, it's not looking so great for Order. This has to be a massive recovery out of these 2 players.
And you can see already Floppy. Can't stop the flop, Dinko, and he is making it look so easy. Last man standing, Echo. He's been fantastic thus far, but a 1v.
See if Complexity can get it done here to push themselves to 11.
First real test here for Complexity as well. The CD side is still, again, early damage being dealt. Gyra as well, getting peppered, and Fang battling it out. Gyra was just trying to somehow get some real estate for his team by pushing through the smoke, despite the flames being there. Re-aggression coming out from Complexity towards Ramp. I love when teams do this, right? Making sure the teams expend all the utility just to battle for control of Ramp, not giving it up for free. And actually, a lot of teams, they just give it up. And Complexity, they just keep re-aggressing, poking and prodding, making life miserable for them.
And it's really irritating to play against that with the T's, right? Oh! JT, crosshair placement is so good. And that's the biggest part of JT's success, is just like his crosshair placement is really good. Maybe in the snappy aim, not always there, but it's like the crosshair placement always allows him to get away with some of these ridiculous picks. JT has really improved on the fragging count. I think that used to be one of our biggest criticisms of JT was, okay, you can lead, but can you frag? He used to not be able to do that, but certainly stepping it up as of late.
Which makes this team even more scary, right? If you think about it. But bear in mind, this is a full buy.
Yeah, this is a full buy, and they just destroyed Order. Valiant is left in a 1 versus 5. AK-47 about to be run down, and not a single player goes down for Complexity. There was a couple of bonus weapons in play here. In ESL Challengers, you know, the first one we've had here, had all the qualification process. We've finally got ourselves in this new studio. We're ready to go with ESL Challengers for this year in 2022, and Complexity. These are the kind of events that you can pick up a lot of confidence, but Echo has eliminated Grim early in the round. That's not going to help Grim's confidence at all here. Floppy looking to try and pick up the scraps as to what has gone bad for Complexity. And Echo not ready. Floppy gets the double on the mid play. They were completely distracted away from his position. Order at least get in towards the site, and the bomb goes down, Blah.
Yeah, but the fact that they have lost complete mid-control, it's a problem. They're going to be pincer, rather all 4 players going to be coming in together. You can see Floppy setting up all the utility. Gyra, he's going to burn alive. He needs to frag out, and he has the opportunity, but is completely blinded.
He's blind for like 5 minutes, Blood. That flash is incredible. Vexite, Valiant gets the double, and now suddenly a 1v1. Vexite can win this for his team, and he sprays it down. Junior low, and Vexite gets it. Order still pull through, and an unlikely round win has actually bested Floppy. I believe he spammed through the wood. And Floppy's gone down without even seeing his opponent. So Complexity have lost a pivotal player on that B site already. 55 seconds left, down a man, and without really an opportunity to trade this out. Order starting to group up towards A. Now Fine was playing that close wall, has actually dropped back and playing in towards the short ramp. He actually hasn't been caught by that molly. JT's going to pull the attention. Looking away from Fine. He gets 1. He really needed 2. Vexite on the double, taking JT and Fine both down. Grim and Junior have to pull off the 2 versus 3.
Junior scoping in early on. Are they going to be expecting him as a question? Smokes will be deployed. Nade sailing in as well, a little too early though. And timing is everything, and Junior plucks Valiance from the air. And now the 2v2 bomb will be planted with 18 seconds left on the clock. And Ustillo and Vexite have to hold on.
Yeah, Flash is ready to set up Grim to go in. He needs to go rapid with this M4. Flash is good to just clear out this close position, but Ustillo And his teammate Vexite doubled up on the ramp side. Passive setup. They're not looking the right way. Grim, free kill, is still not ready for that potential play. And now it's Vexite. He's got a molly. Hasn't thrown it out just yet. Eventually will. Goes to the site. There's no kid on the back of these two players on the CT side. That molly can cost him time. Grim gets the kill, but they go back to it. And Complexity able to pull off the retake attempt. Junior sticking the defuse. Should be enough time for Junior here. He's going to stick it through it. And he has indeed got it. 13 rounds for Complexity.
So they have everything apart from the kitchen sink in their kit to work with here. But Complexity, yeah, they've looked just indomitable thus far on the CT side. JT as well, 19 and 15, looking to cross the 20 mark barrier. And he and Fang have just been just a wall on towards that A ramp area.
It's great to see Fang having a bit more impact as well. I think a couple of these recent Complexity games he's struggled individually. Doing well at the moment. Complexity not with any wild JT swings just yet. They've actually got Junior positioned over to this side of the map who has had a better showing himself. Actually 4K's get a bolster the stats a little bit against the low buy, but has certainly looked better. He's got himself positioned towards A at the beginning of this one. Let's take a look at what Order are doing and what they're setting up with right now. It's just a slow default at the moment, just seeing if there is any Complexity aggression, if there's any information finding. But it's not happening just yet as we go under a minute.
JT just such a thorn towards the ramp and Vexite. I had some glimpses of brilliance thus far. 43 HP. They really haven't done much here. In 45 seconds, they need to go for a play.
They're setting up for the B play. You have one player elsewhere. They're actually dropping those players back into A. They had them at the bottom B stars.
They're trying to sell this.
Back, and now they're going to try and commit in towards the A side. 30 seconds left. Those players now leaving the B side. Vexite goes down. Junior removes in 27 seconds.
Oh, no.
Order, they're running out of time. They're running out of options. This is it for them. They have to go. Nothing to lose. They lose this round. They're out of the competition, and they're barreling into Grim, trundling right into his M4. It's one for Grim, kill from Fang, and now just Eco left alone. A 1 versus 3 has to commit to the plant here. The time isn't good enough. One kill, still enough time for the plant. He's being sprayed from all directions. Eco gets the bomb down, but not...